All right, well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Rocky Mountain ASTA's February Supplier Meetup with Club Med, where the only thing you need to pack is your sense of adventure. So I'd like to introduce Ashley McGee. She is our regional BDM for Club Med. You've probably met her at our supplier showcase. So she is going to present to us today all about the Club Med experience, how to match our clients to them. And then at the end, we have our prize drawing. So stick around all the way to the end to stay eligible for that. So Ashley, thank you so much. And I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you, Jeff. And thanks to everybody who came today. I know your time is very valuable, so I really appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to learn a little bit more about Club Med. And maybe you'll walk away with a little inspiration today. So yes, like Jeff said, Club Med, where the only thing you need to pack is your sense of adventure. Few things that we are going to go over today. So with our agenda, get on my little screen here, we're going to go over why all-inclusive with Club Med in particular. We're going to go over the world map. We're going to talk about the children's clubs. We'll talk about the vacation experience and what that is like at a Club Med. We're going to discuss the Club Med exclusive collection, which is our premier portfolio. We'll go through our wellness fusion, a little bit of location inspiration. Don't worry, I'm not going to take you through all 80 resorts. And then we're going to talk about our geo experience, our sustainability, and how to stay in touch. So this is one of my favorite quotes by our founder, Gerard Blitz. The goal in life is to be happy. The time to be happy is now, and the place to be happy is here. And that was that mindset of why he created Club Med. He really wanted a place where everybody could come, just leave all your thoughts and troubles at the door and just enjoy and build community. And I really think we all just need to remind ourselves every day, like now is the time to be happy. So do something every day you can that makes yourself happy. And then I'm going to play you a little video. I'm sorry if it skips a little bit. The Wi-Fi is not very strong here, so we'll see how this goes. But this is our new brand campaign, and it's called L'Esprit Libre. And it just basically means living with a free spirit.
If you can't remember when you last wore shoes, or even what day it is, if your family vacation actually feels like a vacation, or you have nothing to do, and all day to do it, if the only thing on your mind is a sun hat, or the only reason you get up is to lie down somewhere else, that's L'Esprit Libre, Club Med.
I love that feeling of just, I'm going to get up to go lay somewhere else. Okay, so at Club Med, we are the global leader of premier all-inclusive holidays because basically we've been at this for 70 years. And with that comes a lot of expertise in the all-inclusive space. And so why all-inclusive in general, and especially with Club Med? So I think all-inclusive is really great for the people who have a controlled budget in mind, and they really aren't the people who are up for surprises. They really want that price there in front of them, what they're getting into. And having a place like Club Med that includes all of the activities really brings value to that all-inclusive model. So when you're talking about the sports packaging that you're included, whether that's paddleboarding and kayaking or skiing in the Alps, all of that is included. Or if they're playing pickleball or tennis, you know, having those extra features. I know when I go on a beach vacation and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I really want to go paddleboard. And then they're like, oh, it's going to be $40 for 2 hours. I'm like, maybe not. So it's just having all of that that's included, I think is really such the best value when it comes to an all-inclusive product. And then with Club Med in particular, it's all about the activities and what that brings to the table. So what does our all-inclusive formula look like? So to us, it's always your premium accommodations. It's gourmet cuisine, and we're going to dive into this a little bit more about cuisine in just a second. But when I say gourmet, I really mean gourmet. Drinks and refreshments, that's leaded and unleaded. You have your excursion desk and concierge services on site, unlimited Wi-Fi, of course, our children's clubs that we'll discuss in just a second, sports and activities, like I just mentioned, our ski lockers, lift tickets, and classes, which is my favorite subject. So we'll go into ski in just a moment. And then, of course, the live entertainment. Some of the other options at an additional cost, we have basically a spa at almost every Club Med now. We also have excursions that we have culminated through local partners. So that's where our concierge services really come into play. Even though we may not be able to provide that service, we connected with a lot of partners. And through CMTA, our Club Med Travel Advisor portal, you can actually book some of these excursions in advance, and it's based on the partner, but most of them will give you commission too if you book in advance. We also have private classes like ski lessons and flights and transfers as well. So where are all-inclusives included for Club Med? I feel like all-inclusives typically are sequestered to the Caribbean. You always think of all-inclusive and you just think about the beach. And that's really where Club Med differs. For us, if you find someone that really loves that all-inclusive model, but they're tired of going to the beach, give Club Med a thought, because not only are we located at the beach, but we are located in cultural destinations. We have ski resorts. We have destinations in places that are long haul, which we consider like Mauritius or the Maldives. We have 4 ski resorts in Japan. We have 17 in the Alps. We have locations like Tunisia or even Morocco for more of that cultural experience. So if you really have someone who just wants to get away from the beach experience, but loves that all-inclusive model, that's where I think Club Med really can bridge the gap there with those different experiences. And another thing about our resorts too, you're never going to see a cookie cutter resort. Wherever you go into the destination is what you're going to experience. So if you go to Morocco, you're going to be staying in something that's similar to a riad. If you're going to stay in the Maldives, you're going to be in an overwater bungalow. You know, it's really, really all the design is meant to look like the destination itself. So you understand where you're located. It's not just a cookie cutter experience. So what is the children's experience like? So for kids and teens, the children's clubs start from 4 years old all the way to 17 years old. And this is included. So from the moment they turn 4 years old, they can join the mini club. And they basically always put them into age groups and make sure all of the activities are geared towards that age group. You're never going to see a 4-year-old with a 7-year-old. That just doesn't happen. They appropriately put them in specific clubs. And then we also offer baby club and petite club med. This starts from 4 months old up to 3 years old. They are an additional fee, and it is determined by the destination. Not everyone has baby club med and petite club med, but keep those in mind. If you have somebody who's like wants to go on a baby moon, or if they just have, you know, this is their 3rd child and they're like, hey, our other 2 are definitely plugged in for the day, but our new one, we can actually have some time alone too if we want a few hours out of the day and put them in baby club med or petite club med. And I think also with the experience, it's important to note that you're never going to see kids sitting in front of an arcade, and you're never going to see them sitting in front of devices. We just don't do that. I feel like they are inundated with that all of the time. We all are. And so I think we all need a little digital detox from time to time. And that's really where the services change for the children. You're going to see them gardening. You're going to see them learning how to be on the trapeze, how to play pickleball. They just keep them very, very active morning, noon, and night instead of just sitting in front of an arcade game. So what is the vacation experience like? So this picture in particular, this is Meeches Playa Esmeralda. And this is one of our exclusive collection resorts, which we'll go into in a little bit. But I really just wanted to show you this picture because of the location. We are always pioneers in a destination. And once again, we are the very first to arrive in Meeches Playa Esmeralda, which is an hour and 20 minutes north of Punta Cana. We actually just caught wind that Four Seasons is building right next to us. So I love that we have the best real estate, basically. We always have the best real estate in a destination. And with that, our Club Med accommodations, I feel like back in Club Med's conception, you know, there was this idea that the traveler doesn't need to be in the room, right? We want them out of the room, enjoying all of the activities and all of the experience that we offer. So we don't really need to pay attention to the rooms. Well, obviously we have evolved with the traveler. And I know when I go on vacation, I really want to nest in my room, and I don't want that feeling of just being, a few amenities. So we've really upgraded that style. And first and foremost, we have our superior rooms. That's our entry level room. And they do not come with as many bells and whistles. So if you have that discerning traveler, I would always look at deluxe rooms first and then up to suites. Deluxe rooms always come with a balcony. They always come with a bathrobe. They come with slippers, just those extra little additional creature comforts. Also, you have a mini fridge in the rooms. And in our North American resorts, they're always going to be refilled daily with soft drinks when you're in the deluxe category and above. So it's just those small little details that I like to mention as far as our room category goes. We also have our family rooms that can accommodate up to 6 people. And we also have connecting rooms too. It's just according to the destination that you're looking at. So let's talk about our dining experience. I touched on it earlier, and I really did not understand when I first came to Club Med. I've never stayed at an all-inclusive. I didn't really understand all-inclusive. It's not the way I travel. And so I didn't understand when travel advisors were like, tell me about the food. I want to know more about the food. And then I went to a trade show to an all-inclusive, and I was like, oh, now I get it, because I saw all the buffets everywhere. And that is absolutely not the experience at Club Med. Our headquarters is in Paris, France. And so they would be clutching their pearls if they heard that we had bad cuisine. So they really take a lot of effort to make sure that the experience is not only just elevated when it comes to the cuisine in general, but we're also very thoughtful about how we serve it to stick with our sustainability parameters. And so our restaurants, when you go into our main restaurant, it's never a buffet. It's going to feel like market stations. So when you walk up, you'll see like 18 different specials for the evening, and they display them. There's always the salad bar, and you'll always see other like the dessert station and stuff like that. But when it comes to the main dishes, this is what we're highlighting for the day. So say they're having lamb shank over mashed potatoes with roasted carrots. You can go up to that market station and they will prepare your plate for you. Or maybe they're having flank steak and you can tell them the temperature. They'll prepare it right there for you. But you could also do it a la carte, like choose your own adventure. So if I wanted to get flank steak, but I don't want to do mashed potatoes and roasted carrot, I can just get the flank steak and go make a salad with it. So it's kind of just choose your own style, however you want to do it. But that's just our approach to make sure that we're not wasteful first and foremost. And we're really giving you something of an experience that, it's just geared towards a better gourmet experience instead of feeling like you're just going through and this is the Mexican section and this is the Italian section and this is the American burger section. You're not going to see that out of Club Med. And then speaking of the food too, we're always going to have a specialty restaurant on site. We're more about quality than we are quantity. So a lot of times I'll hear, advisors say, oh, you only have 3 restaurants on site. Well, we do that on purpose. And it's because we want quality over quantity. So you'll see, and say for Cancun, for instance, we have Taco Arte, which is a specific, Mexican cuisine restaurant that's included. Then we also have the Brazilian steakhouse that they can enjoy. It's included as well, but it's just more about that, specialized cuisine. And then your main restaurant, that's the market station, that'll give you a little more variety. There's always options for children too. So if you end up at a Club Med in Japan, don't worry, you're not going to be eating just sushi and ramen. The kids can go get French fries if they want to. And then one of the other things that we've done this year, we have partnered with Chef Chloe. She's from Food Network, and she is a lifelong vegan and well-known vegan chef. And we just really started doing this because of our Wellness Fusion initiative. We started seeing more and more, vegan travelers that were asking for more than just a salad. So we partnered with Chef Chloe, and I just wanted to give you a quick look of what some of her creations are. She's basically curated our menu across the entire portfolio. And just to see dishes like that, if you do have a vegan traveler, just know that it's not an afterthought with Club Med. And I can say I'm not vegan, but every time I go by the vegan area, I'm like, oh, I got to try one of those. I've never had a watermelon ceviche. That sounds amazing. So there's always something creative and fun there. So about our sports and activities, this is definitely, to me, one of the biggest highlights of the brand. I think if you have a client that is going to just sit on the beach all day and drink Mai Tais, they can do that by all means. But you're really kind of missing the opportunity that is Club Med and all that we provide with our sports and activities. I mean, the first time I went to a Club Med, I never in a million years thought that I would end up on a trapeze. That is not what I had on my Club Med bingo card. And the next thing I know, I am climbing up a ladder, and they literally taught me how to swing back and forth and do a flip. And I learned that in 20 minutes, right off a trapeze. And I really appreciate that Club Med and the GOs, they give you opportunities to surprise yourself. It might not be for everybody, but if you want that opportunity to do something a little different, go for it. The trapeze is going to be right there for you. Or if you want to try to go mountain biking, everything's included. And they include that in places like Charlevoix or in the Alps, all the gear. And when they take you up, it's really approachable. All of our instruction, all of our teams, they're very well educated on these sort of items. Like skiing and mountain biking and everything. So you're always in good hands when it comes to Club Med and our classes. So let's talk about our exclusive collection and step into luxury and what that means to Club Med. So the exclusive collection experience is split into 4 different experiences. You have your exclusive collection resorts, and those are built from the ground up. And that was like Meech's, for instance, that I showed you. And this is actually pictures of Meech's Playa Esmeralda. And we also have our exclusive collection spaces. And the best way to explain that is like a boutique hotel within a hotel. So if you think of a place like Cancun or Punta Cana or Quebec Charlevoix, you have the entire resort that's available to everyone, but then you also have this exclusive collection space. And I really think this comes in handy with like multi-generational groups. Maybe grandma and grandpa can afford the exclusive collection space, but their kids that are raising little ones can't quite afford that yet. So grandma and grandpa want to stay the exclusive collection suite while the family can stay in a superior room or deluxe room or connecting room. Then we also have our villas and our chalets. Our villas are going to be located in places like Grand Massif, Samoa, or Valmorel, and they go from 2-bedroom up to 4-bedroom. They are winter and summer. So if you do have somebody looking for a really cool, unique experience in the Alps to go skiing, I highly recommend one of these because they still have all the amenities of the resort and can use the resort, but they have their own villa that they can come home to with their own fireplace. And it's just a really amazing experience. And then we also have our villas in Mauritius and in the Maldives. And then, of course, we have Club Med 2, our sailing yacht. Bet you didn't know we had a sailing yacht. Not something you hear often with Club Med. So as far as where our exclusive collection is located, again, we have 22 destinations worldwide, but we are very strategic with where they are placed. So whether it's an exclusive collection space or a full resort, you'll see we're located all across the world. What is the exclusive collection experience? So basically you have a dedicated exclusive collection concierge. You have a daily champagne service at the resort at 6 p.m., complimentary early and late check-in and check-out. It's basically come and go as you please. You have priority reservations on the on-site restaurant, and you have premium Wi-Fi. With the priority reservations, that would come into play with like the exclusive collection space. So say you're staying at Quebec Charlevoix, and you want to go eat at the specialty restaurant, you'll get priority reservations. The bonuses for some of the deluxe rooms, the suites and the chalets, you have breakfast room service in the deluxe rooms and suites, private transportation for the guests that are staying in suites, and then private dinners and tea times. And what that actually means is for our private dinners, we have, they are delivered 3 times a day. And they come over to the chalet and deliver the meal for you. And you get that actually completely arranged by your concierge. And they'll have all that figured out and then delivered to your chalet. It's a really unique and fun experience. A little bit of the location experience here. We have the Maldives. We also have Cefalù in Sicily. This is one of my favorite locations. I really like to talk about Cefalù and just give you this vision because as you can see, it's literally right on the outcrop of town. And that's really who Club Med is. We don't necessarily want you to be in a position where you feel like, okay, hi, I'm just in the resort. I want to be in the resort the entire time. No, we want you to experience the town. That's why we pick the destinations that we do in these cultural areas. And Cefalù is a great example of that in Sicily. So basically with Cefalù, you can walk out of the resort and within 5 minutes, you're in downtown. It's so beautiful. And then also Seychelles, of course, that's just a luxurious destination as it is. And so every detail is just absolutely to the nines when it comes to the Seychelles. Club Med 2, some of the things to know. We always, on our yacht, we have Mediterranean itineraries and we also have Caribbean itineraries. We have the largest 5-mast sailing yacht in the world. We offer themed cruises, so like family cruises, golf cruises. We actually, next week, we'll be leaving the wellness cruise that is down in the Caribbean, and they have 14 yoga instructors that are coming on. So if you're into yoga and wellness, that would have been a perfect cruise to go on because it's just a day full of amazing yoga and meditation, and then you get to enjoy sports right from the hull. We also do cultural experiences and, like I said, golf tours too. We have 2 saltwater pools on site, and then we have a teak deck with 184 cabins that each have a window, a port window. So let's talk about our wellness fusion. So for us, it's really always been in the DNA of Club Med and who we are. We really just want you to try to find the best version for yourself, of yourself. And I think by providing all these different pathways towards wellness, whether that's sports and activities or just relaxing on the beach or going skiing, like I said, it's always been in our DNA. But we decided to kind of put parameters around that. And what does that wellness fusion mean to us? And what does it mean for our clients? And for us, it's a harmonious fusion of gourmet food, sports, nature activities, mindfulness, and yoga activities with that all-inclusive peace of mind mindset. And so for us, it can really gear towards anyone. And I learned this when I went to a retreat recently about wellness. And it feels like your entry level to wellness could be anything. For someone, it could be coming with your family and just having that morning yoga class or that time to walk on the beach by themselves before the family gets up and gets going. That is wellness right there, just having a moment to yourself. It could also mean being able to go and do something with your family. Maybe that is a family yoga class. That's wellness. So there's all these different entry points to wellness in and of itself. Especially being able to go and connect with nature. We have amazing excursions at places like Quebec Charlevoix in the Northeast. We went on a mushroom foraging tour last fall, and it was so great. We went hiking around, and they taught us how to pick chanterelles. And I mean, I'm a mushroom fanatic, so I was wildly entertained. But maybe that's not for everyone, but those are the type of excursions that you can expect from a Club Med. It's not just going to be your run-of-the-mill excursion. We're always trying to create new activities and new excursions for our guests and curate them with the locals, in mind. And we also include, obviously, healthy food. We have a spa. We're always going to have our nature excursions that are available and sports and activities. That is all what encompasses Wellness Fusion for us. With our comprehensive yoga and meditation package, this is actually implemented across all of our portfolios across the world, not just in North America. It started in North America, but now it's everywhere. And we are offering 15 to 20 hours of yoga per week. So if you have any of those people who, they really don't want to feel like they're getting off kilter when they go on vacation. I know a lot of people, they may do yoga and exercise 5 days a week. And when they go on vacation, they have to leave that behind because they just don't feel like they have the opportunity to do it. Please keep Club Med in mind because we want you to be able to stay in your healthy habits on vacation as well. So a little bit of location inspiration. We're going to go into a couple of destinations. And for us, the North American resorts, if you have any clients in the Northeast, Club Med Quebec Charlevoix is fantastic. Not only it's a 4-season resort, it's great for skiing, but it's also great for spring, summer, and fall, like I said, with the mushroom foraging. And it's a great drive. I mean, it's so easy to drive straight up to Quebec City. You can have them stay in Quebec City for a couple of days and then drive over. It's only an hour and 20 minutes from Quebec City, or fly if they wanted to. But we've just seen a large number of drive market from the Northeast up to Quebec, Charlevoix. So keep that location in mind. Obviously, Club Med Cancun is a cornerstone of our portfolio in North America, and we are excited to say that we are doing a top-to-bottom renovation of the entire property beginning this summer. So we will have new pictures of the rooms to show you. I don't have everything just yet. I wish I could have included it, but we just found out about the renovation, so we're really excited about it. We also have Club Med Ixtapa. It's one of our older destinations, but I love, love, love where it's located. Ixtapa is right beside Zihuatanejo, and if you really just want a piece of Mexican magic, I mean, Zihuatanejo is the place to find it. It's just still that very small, kind of unique tourist town, and they have Pozole night, and Ixtapa really does a great job on bringing in local artists and honoring Pozole night and giving you that experience from that side of Mexico. Club Med Beaches Playa Esmeralda. We have Buccaneers and Martinique that was just renovated and brand new. Club Med Columbus Isle, completely renovated, brand new. This one does come with a 7-night minimum stay, and it's a charter flight from Miami. So people always say, tell me about your Bahamas property. I have honestly had difficulty selling it. Unless you live in Miami, it's not that easy to get to, or if you have a direct flight to Miami and you want to stay the night in Miami. But it's definitely a 7-night minimum stay. We also have Caravel in Guadalupe. Great location, very French, beautiful, beautiful beaches. And then Club Med Turquoise, of course. This is our only adults-only location in North America, and it is wildly loved by many. Club Med Cancun, again, this one's going to have some updates for December, beginning all the way until December of this year. So stay tuned for that. Great for families and couples. Club Med Ixtapa, again, my favorite destination, right by Zihuatanejo. Oceanside massages and turtle nesting sites. It's just such a charming location. Club Med Punta Cana. This is our largest resort in North America. It is fantastic for families, multi-generational. This is where you really see the teenagers just come alive because there's so much to do on site. And I've never seen a bored teenager walking around staring at their phone at Punta Cana. Beaches Playa Esmeralda. This is our exclusive collection resort built from the ground up. It has 4 different boutique villages. Archipelago is more for adults and couples. And then we have Explorer Cove. Emerald Jungle is like a Zen oasis. It's an adults only area. And then Caribbean Paradise. Quebec Charlevoix. I just touched on this one a little bit. So we do have our luxury suites for our exclusive collection space. And then we also have the rest of the resort. Great for families, couples, or anyone who's new to ski, because this destination has great skiing, but it also has a lot of great green and blue runs. So speaking of ski, it's my favorite topic. I'm going to zoom through some of our ski experience, but it is my favorite thing to talk about. So with our all-inclusive winter vacations with Club Med, this is what is included. First and foremost, you have your lift tickets and lessons. And I've been in the ski industry for 20 years, and I can't believe that more Americans do not take advantage of the Club Med offerings. I think all of us can agree that the prices in North America for skiing these days have become out of control. If you see ski, you know that it has gone up by easily $40,000 for a family of 4. And I just priced out a couple to go to the French Alps for 7 days in Teens, which is one of the most amazing ski domains in the Alps. And for just a couple, it was $5,000 for the week, for the entire. You hear me?
Yes.
Yay, we're back. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So we were at our lift tickets. Okay, lift tickets are included. And then we also have our children's clubs that are included. And that is starting from age 4 years old, again, all the way up until adults. We do have our all-day gourmet dining and open bar. We have our après-ski activities, and I can tell you I've never seen après-ski until I've seen it in Europe. They do a really good job with après. It's very fun. And then, of course, Wi-Fi and gratuities are included. Some of the ski resorts that are my favorites, Quebec, Charlevoix, of course, anywhere in the French Alps, Japan. We have them in China, the Italian Alps, and in Switzerland. And the French Alps, we have 14 resorts with over 480 ski lifts. And I love this picture because I just want to remind you to please use me as a resource. Anytime you want to sell ski, I come to this map, because if you say, hey, it's early December, I really want to send somebody to Valmorel, I'm going to look at this map and say, I wouldn't do it. If you're going early December, you're probably going to have guaranteed snow in a place like Val Thorens, where it's higher altitudes, than in a place like Valmorel, where you can't depend on that until more deeper in the season. But this is just to let you know where we are all across the Alps. And we do have the Italian Alps, Pregelato. I'm hosting a fam trip March 17th through the 24th. It's full now, but I wish I could bring anybody with me, but stay tuned because we will be doing more ski fams. And we also have a new Italian resort opening in January of next year called San Sicario, and it's about 20 minutes from Pregelato. So we're very excited to have another ski resort in the Italian Alps. We also have Japan. We just opened Kororo Grand. It was a massive, massive hit. It's right down the little road from Kororo Peak. And as you know, we love our ski in, ski out locations. And this one is actually the first not ski out location that we have. So in order to fix that, we put a gondola that takes you from the 4-minute ride from Kororo Peak straight over to Kororo Grand, so that guests don't have to take the bus or do anything. They can just hop on the gondola and go straight to the base of the mountain. And if you've not been to Japan to go skiing, this is a great place to start because it's not too intimidating with all the powder. They're really good about teaching people how to ski in the powder. Okay, we're going to talk about our GEOs a little bit. So these are our Gentel organizers, and they're really the heartbeat of Club Med. This is our staff that really travel around the world with Club Med. And when you go to visit one of our resorts, at any given moment, you could see up to 100 different countries represented. And it's a really unique experience because we are one of the top employers across the world for young people. And we see people all the time, clients that are like, we had such a great time with Jay, the chef de village. Where can we see him again? And they're like, oh, now he's over at Club Med Pregelato. And so they'll book a vacation to go over there. And I just really love the way that they interact with our guests. It's a unique experience that I feel like is, yes, service is one thing and it's great to have it. But when you can see these same people working at different resorts, it's a very unique experience to Club Med. And the last thing I want to touch on is just our commitment to responsible tourism in general. Like I said, we are pioneers in destination, and with that comes a lot of responsibility. So we like to go into a destination and make sure that they understand that, we are there to empower them and give them basically, in some of these destinations like Meaches, it's all farmers. So we built a hospitality school so that the locals can learn a new trade. And obviously we need people to work at the hotel, but it's also to introduce them to hospitality so they can take these skills and go work at Four Seasons. They can take these skills and go work elsewhere. We also bring in the local children to come and play twice a week at the clubs, at the GEO with the mini club, so that the GEOs there can also not only just teach the young kids in the area how to play with kids from other destinations. Like these kids in Meaches may have never encountered someone from France or from Germany or from the US. So it really gives them an opportunity to interact with people from all over the world. So how do you stay in touch with Club Med? With us, our CMTA, if you do not have your login for CMTA, please let me know. Please reach out. This is our Club Med Travel Advisor portal. I will happily get you your login. And this is where you can go for our booking engine, but it also has all of our promotional offers. It has marketing tools. You can download any of our brochures for your clients anytime. And you can also join the Great Advisors Loyalty Program to earn points and be rewarded. And all you have to do is literally sign up and you're already a member of the Great Advisor Loyalty Program. And with that, it's just basically dollar for dollar. That's how you earn your points. And these days, I don't do anything unless I'm rewarded with points. So we know that for travel advisors too. So make sure that you sign up so you are rewarded. This is one of our current offers that we have, Beachside Dreams. And one more thing I wanted to note too is that we actually have a Club Med ski pre-sale coming up, and it will start March 5th. And it is pre-sale for next season, for 24-25 season. So if you have anybody interested in booking ski, if your clients book ski, please keep that date in mind. You can go in CMTA and start booking them on March 5th. And when we open it up to the European markets, they just eat up all the inventory. So we like to open it up to the US first. Please know that we have Facebook group, Club Med Great Advisors. You don't have to scan this code if you don't have your phone on you. Just know the Club Med Great Advisors is the name of the group. You just go to join on Facebook, and I think you answer 2 or 3 questions. And it's a great community of advisors. It's not just the business development managers. It's a great community of advisors in general. And that's it for me.
Awesome. Waiting for my camera to come back on. So do we have any questions for Ashley? I don't have any in the chat, so just shout them out if you do. Yes, Lisa. Lisa, you're muted if you're asking a question.
I read recently that I think it's the UK, you all are opening up like an office where, prospective clients can just go in and book directly. Is that going to come to the US where it might take away from travel advisors?
It is not. They're only doing that in the UK and in Canada.
Okay.
Oh, and there are some in France. You'll see those because that's where our headquarters are.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank y'all for hanging in there when I got disconnected.
Any other questions? All right. Well, before we, oops, I'm just playing with my screen here. Before we go to the drawing, which I know we're all excited about, wanted to make sure we call out some of the stuff that's coming up for our chapter, as well as ASTA National. So coming up next month, we have our next business builder, which is the building blocks of travel agency marketing with Akasha Travel Partners. It's an all-female owned and operated consulting firm that specializes in travel, both technology and business ops like marketing. So we're going to be focused on marketing this time around. And then in April, we have 2 events, which I'm excited about both of them. The first is going to be the Rocky Mountaineer. We'll have an open house and train tour. I'm a big train guy, so I'm going to be geeking out. And then at the end of the month, we have our Increase Your Sales by Understanding Communication Styles with our very own Sally Sparhawk. So if you haven't seen this month's ASTA Moment, go to our website, go to YouTube, and we talk a little bit more about those, and we will as well coming up. And then in May, of course, is the Travel Advisor Conference. I want to see as many Rocky Mountaineer travel advisors attend that as possible. It's a fantastic event, and this year is going to be even better. So moving on then to the fun part, we have our click to spin here. So we're going to pick our winner for a 4-night stay at any North American, Ashley?
Mm-hmm.
Any North American Club Med. So here we go. Julie.
Julie,
Are you still with us? You are still with us. All right. So Julie,
Awesome.
I'm going to
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Enjoy that. And that's all we have for today. So thank you so much, everybody.
Ashley, thank you so much. You were so
Thank you.
thorough. I don't feel like I had any questions.
Oh, well, thank you. Great.
I actually did, if you don't mind, ask one question. On the multi-gen trips, when you were talking about the exclusive spaces, so like the grandparents would be, you would all be on the same property.
Yes.
But the grandparents would stay in the nicer suite.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd all be on the same property. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, and it's more like, if the grandparents wanted to stay at their own pool for the day, like that's the exclusive collection space would have its own pool and its own area for the champagne cocktail. And then they can go meet the kids later for dinner or something. So
are all the Club Meds, do they all Club Meds offer that?
Not all, only a few. We only have like Quebec, Charlevoix, Cancun, Punta Cana, Morocco.
And are you looking for the description of exclusive spaces at those properties to know which ones? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
And if you go into CMTA too, you can look up exclusive collection and they'll have it divided up like resorts versus spaces. So you can find where all the spaces are.
Got it. Thank you very much.
Of course. Yeah. Thank y'all so much for your patience today with my internet. They're out there working on it right now and they were knocking on the door through the whole presentation. I'm like, no, not right now.
Thank you, Jeff.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. We'll see you at the next one.